Episode 4 of The Diplomat Season 2 starts with Stuart arriving at the office, jubilant over the embassy's successful 4th of July party. However, the girl he took home, Georgia, the woman with car troubles, is actually with the CIA chief, Idra. Uh-oh. It turns out Billy asked Idra to investigate Stuart because he wasn't acting himself and had Georgia record their entire night together. In fact, the pair also ended up having sex too, which kind of explains Stuart's jubilant behaviour earlier on in the episode. Unfortunately, under the supposed privacy between them, he slated his boss and also badmouthed the US as a whole. The reason for spying on Stuart stems from the fact that they were worried he'd been recruited by Russia. Kate arrives to see Trowbridge and breaks the news that Austin is going to resign and will go to the press with accusations surrounding the ship attack. Royland though remains steadfast that the Prime Minister isn't to blame. However, Kate suggests bringing Hal in to talk to her. Idra is vehemently against this, but Kate believes it's the right call and is all in on making this a reality. Royland and Hal are moved to a secure location where they talk. We don't hear the contents of their discussion, but it's enough for Hal to become spooked and decide they can't give Royland to the police. It's not the Prime Minister involved, but he does know that the officials who are behind this are very high up. Kate and Idra believe Hal is being fed lies until they head back and hear it from him directly. It turns out Royland was the one who ordered the attack on the HMS Courageous and blamed Grove for it. Apparently it's all about saving the kingdom, and with Scotland looking to leave, they needed a unifying event. She hired Lenkov herself to attack the British ship and nudge that diplomacy forward. Lenkov though was supposed to use limpet mines, which attach to the ship and float away when explode, but they weren't available. So instead anti-ship missiles were used. What they were unaware of at the time was that the crew emptied a fuel storage area to put spare tanks in, and that's where the missile hit. There wasn't supposed to be any deaths, but 40 people were on board and were obviously blown to pieces. The Prime Minister has no knowledge of this, and the only ones in on it are Grove, Royland, obviously, and an MP named Lenny Stendig. Stendig was the one who bombed Grove's car, worried he would confess. Kay, Idra and Hal are reeling after this bombshell reveal and decide to take action. The initial plan to kick the Prime Minister out is on hiatus, and instead they want to tap Trowbridge's phone to see for sure if he really is innocent in all of this. And of course, with the Scotland trip on the horizon and the meet schedule for Scottish First Minister Gemma Dowd, it seems as good a time as any to enact this plan. Up in Scotland, Dowd and Kate meet. The former recognises her from an earlier conference, and it remains to be seen if they'll be able to coexist here. Kate promises to bring the proposal surrounding price caps to the Prime Minister, allowing her to dance to their tune. Speaking of which, Trowbridge is not happy that Austin has come along to Scotland. Kate manages to calm him down though, stroking his ego and getting back in his good graces. Idra keeps an eye on Hal through all of this, who buys a phone and SIM card but also makes secret phone calls to someone. When he's called out for it, he owns up to the call and remains defiant that he's not about to betray their plan. However, he refuses to disclose who it was. So the plan goes ahead just after this, and Austin is led into a surveillance room. He's shocked, but he sits with his headphones on and listens in, while Royland is left alone in the room, ready for the Prime Minister to greet him. Kate leads an unsuspecting Trowbridge to the meeting room, where Royland immediately tells him to stop talking. She sits in front of him and brings up that she's behind the bombing. He's livid and immediately grabs around the neck. He chokes her out, but Austin and the others race in, just as Royland falls back on her chair and blood starts oozing from her head, which is where episode 4 comes to a shocking conclusion. So we finally get some big reveals in this episode, and it turns out that Royland was behind everything. It also explains why Hal was so shocked, and the reveal here that the Prime Minister was an innocent party in all of this is certainly a nice red herring that I didn't see coming. The drama is set to really pick up now though, given Royland could well be dead, and dead on foreign soil too for that matter. It's certainly a crazy twist if this is to be true, and it's all caught on camera as well. So it wouldn't surprise me that if the show does go that route, this could well be held over the Prime Minister's head by someone looking to blackmail him into submission. But again, this cliffhanger certainly sets up the second half for a very dramatic set of episodes to come. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.